OceanGate's Titan submarine began its journey from St. John Port, Canada. The location where it was to dive into the ocean is 700 km away from St. John in the North Atlantic Ocean, and at this point, Titanic's shipwreck is also present in the depths of the ocean under cold water. The journey began on Saturday, June 17, 2023, and according to the plan, the next day, Sunday at 8 a.m., the Titan was to be launched into the water. Let me tell you here that a problem was noticed in the Titan before the dive, but despite that, he risked his life and was launched into the ocean. What was the problem, and why was this danger taken even though it was known? Welcome to this MindMirror video again, and if you are new on this channel, like and subscribe so that our new video can reach you as soon as possible. So let's go to the video. There were 5 people present in this journey, including Action Aviation's founder, Harnish Harding. He had also traveled to space with Jeff Bezos. On the second number was Stockton Rush, who was also the CEO of OceanGate. This American company provides submersibles for ocean tourism. On the third number was 77-year-old Paul Henry, who had previously visited the Titanic. He was an expert on shipwrecks and was well aware of the scattered parts of the Titanic. And finally, the Pakistani business tycoon Prince Dawood was part of this submarine with his son Suleiman. Before diving on June 17, Harnish Harding posted his last post on the internet. He said that his dive was delayed due to severe cold weather. Tomorrow morning, when the weather will be better for a while, we will dive. These 5 people were going to see the wreck of the famous Titanic to fulfill their curiosity. After diving in 1912, efforts continued to search for it for the next few years. But due to the harsh conditions of the Atlantic Ocean, this work was not so easy. Then, in 1985, finally, the wreck of the RMS Titanic was found on the ocean floor. The Titanic had left so many questions behind that it was time to find answers to them. Dozens of expeditions were arranged in which experts and researchers from different countries worked on the Titanic shipwreck. Canadian filmmaker James Cameron toured the Titanic wreck dozens of times in 1995, and then in 1997 the Titanic movie was released. As far as the Titanic movie was concerned, it completed the success. It made so much noise that it became a dream of millions of people to go and see the wreck of the Titanic. This work is now not only limited to the purpose of research, but tourists have also started going to the shipwreck site. It is said that going deep into the ocean is more difficult than going into space, and the biggest reason for this is the pressure of water. The Titanic shipwreck is 4,000 meters below sea level. If you want to imagine this depth, look at Burj Khalifa and understand that the Titanic wreck is about 5 times the height of Burj Khalifa in the ocean. The pressure of water in this depth is 5,800 psi. It will be as much pressure as a whole elephant can stand on a square inch of a human body. So now you can guess how many square inches will be in a submarine and how much pressure will fall on it. Anyway, on Sunday, June 18, 2023, the submarine journey started at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Normally, it takes 2 hours to reach the Titanic. But after 1 hour and 45 minutes, the mothership Polar Prince, which was waiting above, lost contact with the submarine. If it took 2 hours to reach the Titanic, then just 15 minutes before the contact, it means that the submarine must have reached close to the Titanic. It is impossible to reach the sunlight in this depth of the ocean, and there is extreme darkness here at all times. It is normal for a wireless signal to break at this depth, so this was not taken too seriously at first. This whole trip was a total of 7 hours. They had to return from 12 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. But when there was no contact with the Titanic until 7 o'clock in the evening, and neither did it return, the mothership crew standing above began to sweat. Canadian research vessel Polar Prince began searching for the Titanic. At 9:40, he contacted the U.S. Coast Guard and asked for help. The next day, on Monday, the U.S. and Canadian ships and planes began a proper search operation throughout the area. They continued their search in the water with the help of gold scanning, not just on the surface of the sea. The commercial vessels in this area were also ordered to keep their eyes open. The search continued for the next 2 days, but no trace of the Titanic could be found. But then a ray of hope was seen on Wednesday, June 21 at 6 a.m. The search team heard some sounds from the depths of the water. These sounds were heard with the help of underwater radars. Immediately, the ROV were sent in the direction of the sound, but this time too, no news of the Titanic was found. Now the fear of losing the Titanic forever was growing, because the oxygen in the submarine was only 96 hours or 4 days. And by this time, 3 out of 4 days had passed, but the search teams of the U.S., Canada, and France did not lose hope. On Thursday, June 22 at 12 p.m., the ROV were sent to the Titanic. What was seen there was truly heartbreaking. At 3:48 p.m., the ROV, which had reached the Titanic, saw a part of the Titan's dome only 1,600 feet away from the Titanic. What the Titanic had gone to see now became headlines all over the world. This only means that the submarine could not bear the pressure of the water and burst into the depths of the sea. This news caused a stir all over the world. Many questions were raised on the safety of the OceanGate. The CEO of OceanGate, Stockton Rush, who himself has lost his life in this incident, said in 2021 that he knows that he has broken some rules while making the Titan. Because he has made the Titan not from steel but from aviation grade carbon fiber, but he wanted to do some new innovations in this industry. That's when carbon fiber was replaced with steel. For the first time before the launch, the Titan was tested at a pressure of 5,000 to 10,000 psi, in which it passed. But experts believe that thousands of types of forces fall on the submarine in the ocean, in which there is not only pressure but also the flow of water, which occurs due to the waves. In addition, due to the darkness, it is also possible that a heavy stone or a sea creature collides with the submarine. Anyway, one of the reasons for the destruction of the Titan was the solution of its carbon fiber, but the second reason was the cracks already present in it. Yes, in Titan Submarine 2019, Carl Stanley, a businessman, was also taken, and even at that time he was being operated by the CEO of OceanGate. Carl said that while he was going down that journey, he heard the sound of cracking from the Titan's body. At that time, he didn't pay much attention to this sound because he had complete faith in the CEO of OceanGate, who had designed this submarine himself. But after this incident, he told CNN that perhaps that sound was a warning that the Titan's body was not able to withstand the pressure of water. If this is true, then there is no doubt that the Titan's body had already begun to crack. In 2018, an executive of OceanGate raised a voice against the Titan's carbon fiber body. He said that this problem would be found only a few milliseconds before the submarine exploded, and this is exactly what happened in reality. The depth in which the Titan has exploded, experts say that it will take only 3 seconds for it to explode. We hope you will like and share this video of MindMirror. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. See you in the next video.